In a quiet, secluded town, the Parker family moved into a charming old house with a history that was both intriguing and unsettling. The house had been vacant for decades, its previous owners having mysteriously disappeared. On their first night, the Parkers felt an odd chill, but they dismissed it as normal for an old house. As the days passed, however, they began to notice strange occurrences. The lights flickered on and off, cold drafts swept through rooms with no windows open, and the family dog barked at nothing in the dead of night. One evening, as they sat around the dinner table, a loud bang echoed from the attic. Mr. Parker, trying to reassure his family, grabbed a flashlight and headed upstairs. The attic was cluttered with old furniture and dusty boxes. As he explored, he found a large, ornate mirror covered with a cloth. Curiosity piqued. He pulled off the cloth, revealing an old, tarnished frame. Suddenly, the temperature dropped, and the shadows in the room seemed to elongate and writhe. A low, guttural whisper began to fill the air. Mr. Parker's breath quickened as he noticed something strange in the mirror. There was no reflection of the attic, but instead, a dark, foreboding hallway stretching into darkness. Uneasy, he turned to leave, but was stopped by a chilling realization. The whispers were coming from behind him. He spun around, but the attic was empty, except for the mirror. When he glanced back at it, his own reflection had changed. It now showed a dark figure standing behind him. Panicking, Mr. Parker rushed downstairs, his heart pounding. He told his wife, Emily, what he'd seen, but she was skeptical. They decided to stay put, hoping it was just their imagination. That night, however, the whispers grew louder, morphing into anguished cries. The following morning, the family found an old journal in the attic, hidden inside a trunk. It belonged to the house's previous owner, a man who had documented disturbing occurrences similar to what they had experienced. The last entry described a pact made with an unseen force, a promise to never leave the house in exchange for power and protection. The final line read, "They are bound to stay." That evening, the Parker family was jolted awake by frantic knocks on their bedroom door. They opened it to find an empty hallway, but the temperature had plummeted. As they turned to go back to bed, the shadows on the walls seemed to move, coalescing into the dark figure from the mirror. The figure was now in the room with them, its eyes glowing with a malevolent light. The family tried to escape, but the house seemed to trap them, doors slamming shut and windows becoming opaque. The whispers had turned into a deafening roar. Desperate, they tried to break a window to escape, but the glass wouldn't shatter. The dark figure closed in, its form becoming more defined, a grotesque parody of a human. As the figure reached out with cold, spectral hands, the Parkers realized too late that their fate was sealed by the ancient pact made long before they ever set foot in the house. The house remained, abandoned once more, with the echoes of the Parker family's screams lingering in the walls, a grim reminder of the pact that would ensnare anyone who dared to call the old place home.